Hi guys, today we're going to talk about logarithms when I have a subscript. So last week we dealt with a natural log and we dealt with a common log. Natural log has a base of e, remember, and a common log has a base of 10. So this is when our logarithms are going to have a base of another number. So this little subscript here, remember this is the one that sits below the line when you're writing something, okay? So if that's like the line on your paper, notice how the b sits below it, all right? So it's a small number. It is not the same size as log. The number next to it will be. And that number tells me what base I'm working in, all right? So you always need to check that before we start doing our work. So if I want to solve or evaluate, whichever word we use, we're going to change this m, whatever that amount is, to my subscript or my base number to a power, okay, or an exponent, however you want to put it. And then that power or exponent becomes your answer. So here's my example. It says the log base 3. Notice this 3 is smaller, okay, it's below everything, of 27, and that's how you would read it. Log base 3 of 27. I have to stop and think, 3 to what power is 27? And if I go through my 3's, 3 to the first is 3, 3 to the second is 9, 3 to the third is 27. So I now know that I can change this to read log base 3 of 3 to the third power. Okay? And then remember that your power or your exponent is the answer. So this actually oops, didn't take it off a highlighter, sorry. Equals 3. I know, lots of 3's, a little confusing. Let's look at a few more. All right, so here's some more examples so we can go through it again. And hopefully this time we don't get a lot of 3's. So let's look at the first one. It states that it is log base 4 of 64. And again, I have to go through my powers of 4 to decide what I need. And I know that 4 to the first is 4, 4 to the second is 16, 4 to the third is 64. So I know I can rewrite my logarithm as log base 4 of 4 to the third power. Again, my answer is my exponent. So this, I did it again, equals, and my answer is 3. So maybe that one looks a little better for you, okay? When we're looking at the next one, it says log base 36 of 6. So when my base number is bigger than my number next to the word log, I have to not think about like squaring and cubing. I have to think more like square rooting and cube rooting. So when I think about this, the square root of 36 does equal 6. So I'm going to say this is log base 36 of the square root of 36, right? I'm going to change this to read log because I need that exponent. 36 of 36 to the 1/2 power. Remembering there is a 1 here and an imaginary 2 there, and it is always your power over the index. So the power over what kind of root you're taking or radical you're taking. So this is a square root, so this is going to be a 1/2. My answer is my exponent, so I look at my exponent and I say, okay, that's 1/2, so my answer is going to be 1/2. Let's look at the next one. This is where laws of exponents come into play because I want to change 5 into 1/5, or more appropriately, 1/5 into 5. The way I'm going to rewrite that, so whoops, let's not do green. Not that there's anything wrong with green, but rewrite 1/5, so it's a 5. It's going to be 5 to the negative first power. Because remember, when I have a negative exponent, it tells me to make it a fraction. But I don't have a fraction as my base number, so I need to bring it back. I have my exponent now. It is my -1. So my answer is going to be that exponent, or -1. I hope this kind of clears everything up on what we're doing. If not, always email me, ask questions in class, or join the Google Meet and ask your questions. And the last thing I will go over is we talked about writing in exponential form last week, but we didn't have a subscript. So I kind of want to show you how to do it again with a subscript. Oh, goodness gracious, I really need to look at how I spell things. Let's try that again. R-E. Much better. All right, so remember that log base b of m equals n, and I change that to there's my base to my answer, which is always my exponent, equals m. All right, so let's highlight some things. So this is my base, and this is where my base goes. This is my exponent. This is where my exponent goes. This is the number next to log. This is where the number next to log goes. All right, so let's highlight the first one. So here's my base, here's my exponent, here is my number next to the log. So now we're just going to fill it in. This is, oops, again, left the highlighter on, I apologize. This is 2 to the third power equals 8. Okay, do you see how that works? So let's do it again. This is my base number. This is my exponent. Nope, I colored that in the wrong color. Let me get rid of that. Oh no, I did color that in the right color. This is my exponent, and this is my number next to the word log. So this is 4 to the 0 power equals 1. So do you see how I'm taking it out of logarithmic form and putting it in exponential form? Let's try one last time. This is my base. I apologize. This is my base number. This is my exponent. And this is my number next to the word log. So let's write it in. This is 1/2 to the negative first power equals 2. Okay? So hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, again, join the Google Meet and ask questions. If you're in person, ask questions, then I'm more than willing to help. If not, email, and I will get back to you. Have a good week, guys.